emasculated amongst the complete disrespect by women in today's modern dating. I've been gathering a lot of information, doing a lot of research on this, my own past experiences, and there's no man today that is free of this humiliation ritual, that is free of the complete disrespect. So we've been talking about this a few days now. A lot of people are liking the discussion and the topic. A lot last night about biblical women, the women that the angels fell for and lusted after, compared to the women of today, and what the angels have done for the women of today, compared to the women that they fell for in the days of Jerry. And obviously, the obvious answer is no, because the men don't even want anything to do with the women of today, because we've caught on. We all have internet and social media. We see the videos posted online that girls brag about, showcasing all the guys that they're playing and who's paying for their nails and hair and dinners. So my advice is to stop dating these women. They're not in it for you, they're in it for themselves. They already have 5 guys in their lives, plus many more online that they may have never met, but they have 5 immediate guys at all times in their lives. And dating you, you're going up against all of that. Stop doing it. Everyone needs to stop. We need to put the pressure on right now, because we're in the end times. And if these women want a real husband and an apocalypse partner to go through trial and tribulation, then it's up to us to take a stand and cut them off completely. Let them go on their girls' night out and pretend online that they're having so much fun, and it's date night with bestie, and they're kissing each other and cheersing and feeding each other and going on girls' trips. Bro, I know so many girls that do that. As soon as they come off these girl trips, they're not friends anymore. They hate each other. They block and delete each other. I know way too many stories, and I know you all know them too. So it's going to take the real men to stand up, put everything on the table from experience, right? Obviously, there's a whole bunch of men that cannot stand up because they're trapped in the system. They let women ruin their lives. They got divorced. They're homeless, living out of some shed somewhere because, they lost the house, they lost the kids. Some new, younger guy has moved into the house now, banging his wife. So we need to make our mark right here, right now. Take a stand today. We need to just stop. I'm not saying be gay or, we're men. We'll figure it out. Focus on you. Focus on doing your hobbies. Focus on your car and doing what you got time, right? The women, they won't be able to handle the loneliness. Trust me. And if they're going to hate it even more, that men are not even bothered. It's already happening. Because women don't have hobbies. They don't have anything to do but get their nails and hair done. They don't even like hanging out with their girlfriends. It's all fake when girls hang out with each other and posting stories. Like, these girls become friends one week and then they're like besties. They travel the world together. And then a month later, they're the biggest enemies on earth, right? So women, everything they post is fake. Nothing is logical. Like, the amount of times these girls tell me their stories, I'm just like, what the fuck? Nothing makes sense. Nothing ever makes sense. So I'm trying to show you and make sense of everything, which I have. You should have seen last night, friggin' pulled out the student-teacher relationship and connect. Oh, I got stories. I got lots of stuff to share with you guys. But the real men need to step up. We need to separate ourselves from the beta males, from the simps. Bro, wait till we get our hands on these simps. I'm going to give these simp bitches the beating that their daddies never gave them and should have gave them. That time will soon come, right? The strong men need to rise to the top right now. Mark my words, guaranteed. Once all men start focusing on their own lives and their houses, their cars, their work, their hobbies, the gym, just fucking, it won't even take long. We just need to take a stand. It probably won't even take a full year. These women will go crazy. I want women to quit their jobs. Like, honest truth. Men, you may not even know it, but I'm going to tell you right now what really attracts you to a woman, what really is a suited partner to you. Yes, you need a young woman that's able to give birth, because we need to continue on the human race. That's just number one given, right? But women have lost the plot. They're focused on careers and not having babies because they want to be competing with men and rising to the top of the corporate ladder, right? Disgusting. All in that time, if they do have kids, they're being raised by the state. So we need to stop altogether. Just cut them off. Stop. I've done it. I don't even message any girls anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? Chase you? You have 10, 20 guys. You're making 20 grand a month from sucking dick. Why the fuck am I gonna message you? Good morning, what's up, beautiful? How you doing? No woman of this day and era deserves none of that. We need to stop. Full stop right now. Otherwise, they won't change. They're not going to realize. It's going to take the men to take charge, as always, and the women will have to follow no matter what. They're not going to be able to be lesbians and be happy as much as they'll like to pretend, and, you know, which they're doing now. All these girls are bragging about, oh, I'm celibate. I don't need a man. My girlfriend is my date. She's my lover. You know, I'm celibate 8 years, 4 years, 2 months, 1 day. Like, what the fuck is that to brag about? So women are now bragging about celibacy. You know what celibacy is? That means not having sex, going decades without sex, not having babies. And once all the women jump on board this brag about, oh, I'm celibate, but I still use men for money and get free meals and get my phone bill and rent paid, that's how you're going to go extinct, right? That's how the government's going to be able to clamp down even harder, because no more humans will be born and all the ones left are just the fucking losers. So yeah, mark of the beast, right? Do you not hear me talking about biblical times and a biblical woman and the women that the fallen angels fell for? Women have a natural spark to them, like a sparkle. When you look at a woman, not women today, but back in the days, in the olden times, where women were in their feminine essence, right? Women have a sparkle about them. They have a glow. They have a gentleness, a fragility. They have this thing about them that's just attracts us men, and what made the angels fall for them just by watching them and interacting with their children or the husband. They just couldn't resist. But women don't do that anymore. Everything that made a woman what a woman is, you know, a lover, a nurturer, a carer, the tenderness, that's been stripped. That's been labeled as demeaning and manpower and slavery, right? So they're trying to tell you that being a good wife, cooking and cleaning and raising the kids at home, not working, is you being a slave. So they flipped the script. They said, no, you are equal to a man. You can be equal or even better than a man and do the same work as a man, and construction, and play sports and be a race car driver and be an astronaut and go to the fucking moon, right? Bullshit. Bro, look at the internet. Just do one internet YouTube search. Modern dating in 2026 is a humiliation ritual. You think I'm the only fucking guy talking about this? Get off my page with your dumb comments before I block the shit out of you. Listen carefully. The women are not... Go look at my other videos. You're not just dating one woman. You're dating her ex-boyfriend, her crush, her sugar daddy, her best friend, right? Her friend with benefits. So yeah. And women make more money than men today. And women expect men to pay for everything. So you could be making, you know, $5,000 a month, right? Decent salary, you pay your bills, whatever. And you go on a date with a woman, she's making $20,000 to $30,000 a month. But yet you still have to pay for everything. And if it's not high enough, and she doesn't see any value in you because obviously she's making lots of money. She can obviously pay for her own $400 dinner. That might not be good enough. So you're going to go out there on your $5,000 a month wages, spend $400 to $500 on a date, and it still couldn't be good enough because this girl is expecting you to spend $1,000 to $2,000, right? Unrealistic standards. This is the world we're in. And this is what men are realizing. I'm not the only one saying this. Go look, do the search. Men have stopped approaching women. They're like, what's the point? Right? No one wants to catch a charge. No one wants to be on a sexual predator list because you looked at a woman late at night and she's like, my body, my choice. He's objectifying me. Oh, I'm not allowed to wear revealing clothes. Don't look at me. Don't approach me. Right? So yeah, guys are like, fuck that. We don't want that shit. We don't want the Me Too movement at our house and at our workplace, which we'll obviously get fired from because the whole fucking internet's labeling you a fucking bigot, misogynistic, sexist, right? Objectifier of women. Fuck them, right? Those same women now begging for men to approach them. They're like, oh my God, I go to the bar and I dress up and I get my hair and nails did and I look beautiful and not one guy approached me all night. Now they're depressed and lonely. Guys, stop. To all the alpha males out there, like the beta males, they're gonna be beta, they're gonna be whipped and be cucks and adhere to all these boss bitches commands, right? So forget the beta males. We'll deal with them when the time comes. The simps, they're losers, right? They're online, they're fucking sending money, they're fucking commenting every day, every hour. They got no life. It's up to us to take a stand. The betas aren't gonna do it. They're gonna marry these bitches. They're gonna get divorced. They're gonna get cheated on. They're gonna be complaining, oh, she took everything. I have to work again. Like, then they'll go marry another girl and the same thing will happen to them, right? We've seen it. We know many guys like this in our own families, right? I'm telling you right now, it won't take long. They're already under pressure. They're already noticing that guys do not care to approach them, one, to ask them out on a date. That's going to end up being a fucking interview for us where we're being questioned on, where do you live? Do you have your own place? Can you cook? Do you clean? Do you have any baby mama drama? Do you have kids? Are you a mama's boy? How much money do you make? Can you afford me? Can you fund my lifestyle? That's what they're looking for. So why are men subjecting ourselves to that kind of treatment, right? A humiliation ritual. And it does go both ways. Yeah, I'm only speaking about the men's perspective now, but the women, yeah, they're getting free dinners. They're getting gifts and shit. They're getting whatever they want. So in their eyes, it looks like they're winning. But I'm going to tell you right now, they're being humiliated just as much as us men are, because women should not be having a roster of men and putting themselves out there like that. That's the way of the prostitute. So again, don't mind the bots in the comment. My channel's like just so flooded with bots and bot bombs. These aren't real people commenting in the comments. You guys have zero power here. You understand? I studied AI. I got my diploma and certificate in artificial intelligence. So all negative comments on this channel are just bots, right? The bots seem to comment like I'm the only guy talking about this. But yeah, if you go to any other channel that's talking about this, that's going viral, I got thousands of views, the comments are different and in support, right? It's just the algorithm. So don't think that these I've never seen these accounts in my life. So someone's sending a bot farm to me to fuck with my channel. So I'm just gonna start blocking these bots. No, I know. Get the fuck off my page. I'm the one that has authority here. Deactivate yourself now, bot. See, the comments don't follow with what I'm talking about, especially once they get called out. Now the bots are malfunctioning and the comments are making even more not any sense, right? I'm onto this shit. I'm not fazed by the demonic internet. Everyone's being manipulated by the internet and these bots with a false sense of, oh, I'm being accepted or pushed or viral, and 20,000 people really just subscribed overnight. It's impossible. No one's doing that, right? So yeah, all the beta males and the bots are in the comments. Let me just block everyone right now. Let me just block everyone so I can continue talking. Bruv looking, they must be nervous, right? Hold on, I just told you because of what feminists, so who's Mama Leela? Yo, wait, you should hire feminist bots to fight back. What the hell? You're mad at people who disagree? What? No, it's just bots. It's not real internet. None of you people have ever seen my page before. I've been doing this all week, and now you guys show up with all your negative comments. It's a bot farm. I'm not stupid. So let me just start blocking everyone. Feminists are the female equivalent of incels. AI is doomed to extract destruction. Not, but you're one talking about it now. These are real people and real comments. Okay, bot. You can't really prove that you're a real person. The bots are way advanced now. People are marrying bots. That's how fucking advanced these fucking chat bots are. And now OpenAI is giving you guys faces. So the world is doomed. You guys have no power here. The bots have no power here. So let me just ignore these guys. You need to be understanding stuff. So yeah, again, so women are in the masculine. I'm gonna go and say this again. No man, whether he knows it or not, just consciously, subconsciously, will ever be attracted to a woman that's working. You know, no matter what job. She could be working retail, working at the fucking butcher shop, the produce. She could be she could be a lawyer, a doctor. No real man that has biblical, real like family values finds that attractive, right? No man wants a boss babe or a bitch that's gonna leave the kids at home and chasing some career. We're gonna make the women beg to be wives again. Trust me. These women are gonna quit their jobs and say, guys, you come work these jobs. We're tired. The women don't want to work anymore. They don't want to slave in the system. They got sold a lie. And a lot of these women that fell into the girl power and Me Too movement and I'm a boss, it's not cut out for women to be a boss, right? To be a breadwinner. Yeah, they're doing it, but no one's enjoying it. They're all falling apart, right? Society's falling apart with all these boss babes paying all their own bills. Guys aren't approaching them. They're like, well, you're a guy yourself. So what man wants to be with a woman that could do everything for herself? That just goes against the purpose of the family unit, right? The family unit's been destroyed. Yeah, come. We're walking the dogs out here. This is serious. Don't listen to the bots and argue with them on this channel. This is a bot farm that targets my channel, and none of these comments are making sense. So don't interact with the bots, just ignore them. True Christian, you should know. I think you're a mod on here. Just ignore them and block them. You can block all these bots. If you're on my channel all the time, you know that none of these accounts have ever showed up on my channel before. And the fact that they're showing up all right now during bot farm hours is convenient, right? We've never seen any of these people before. Fossil Productions, I've seen, yeah, Keyboard Gangster Nico, I'm happy you're talking about this topic and leave the trolls alone. Yeah, exactly. You guys know that my channel is targeted by the Masonic bot farms that try to suppress this truth and information, even though every fucking channel can talk about it. Because I'm bringing the biblical values into it. Go stream my song on Spotify, Fallen Angel Lust. I wrote the song to explain that, yeah, women aren't the women that the angels fell for. And that's why men don't want to be with a woman, because their sparkle has been dimmed or completely put out by society. Women don't have a sparkle about them anymore. Yeah, they still have a feminine body and can reproduce, but the whole unit has been destroyed. So now it's just a transactional interaction with women now. There's no authenticity, there's no essence, there's no feminine, masculine, there's no nothing. It's completely dead. But we can restore it, even though there's little time left. All it takes is for completely no more messages, no more gifts, no more dates, no more fucking nothing, no more helping them out, no more friend zone. Just say, fuck it. You need to get a fucking husband. You need to stop working thinking you're a bus babe, but you can't even put your own light bulb. They need a man for everything. Who wants a stick? Oh, that was my ankle. Hold on. Okay, let me see some comments. Oh, Stacy D. Yes, I recognize Stacy. It's good to see you. Keyboard Gangster. So I'm telling you what I've seen, what I've researched, some of the information I've gathered. I'm speaking from experience. What's going on right now? There's an epidemic of women 40 plus that are single, childless, and alone. And they're burnt out. They've worked their whole lives. They thought they were going to get a husband and a family because they were such a boss babe, bringing in money. But no, it never ended up being the truth, because it was a lie. No one told these women that if you become a boss babe, your attraction to men will disappear. Real men are not attracted to women that work. That defeats the purpose of having a family with a woman, right? And reproducing. It just goes out the window. So it limits the choices out there. And every woman needs to be working and slaving. And that's not attractive. Quit your jobs, give the jobs back to the men, and your lives will be 1,000,000 times better. I promise you that. The society, the governments, the school systems, the internet fucking lie to everyone. Let the men do the jobs and go relax at home and be good wives. The women are only using you for your money anyway, even though they have all the money themselves. But it's just greed, right? These are one of the 7 deadly sins. And they have almost all 7 of them now. Vanity, greed, right? Jasmine, you're blocked. Okay, but society wasn't designed that way for men to. If things got flipped, men are not getting hired and put in positions. Women are being put higher than them and getting paid more than men. And they know this is going to fuck up the demographics in society. They know it's going to fuck up the way men and women interact and date each other. Because now, before, women basically had no money. So when men were working, if they bought them anything, a dress, flowers, it was a fucking novelty. You can't buy a woman anything these days. They're ungrateful. Nothing's good enough, because they already have a sugar daddy that bought them something better, like a diamond necklace. So you're always going to have to live up to that standard. They have an ex-boyfriend. They have this, that. So stop buying them gifts. They're ungrateful. They already have anything and everything they can have anyway. They're just greedy. Listen, so Countdown to Eternity says many wives cannot stay at home and rest because many men leave their home for a better looking woman. That's not true. Why are you lying and saying that? If you're at home and you're a wife and you're with a real godly man, again, you have to have, God needs to be the ruler of the household. So if you're with a man that is more worried about getting tattoos and getting drunk with his boys, then yeah, you're being disrespected. So again, there's so many different scenarios, but I'm talking about the real men that women are now looking for. And those real men did check out and are just patiently waiting for women to realize that they need men. So it won't take long. Let the women, listen, they go out, and if they're not getting attention, they'll realize real quick, because they're very emotional, they're not getting dressed up and putting all that makeup on to be rejected or unnoticed or deemed invisible. Keep it up. Stop paying them attention. Let them go out there and get dressed up and go to the club and have it be full of just chicks and a couple of guys that won't even approach them. Watch how fast they come running. Yeah, it's all about money. There's no love. We've all seen the TikToks and the videos. These women are like, you can't date me. And if you do date me, my money is my money and your money is our money. Like, what the fuck? What guy wants to be in that fucking scenario? And women are screaming, oh, men don't approach us anymore. Of course, you're posting all the fucking bullshit online. We see it. We're not going to keep chasing you just so we can spend our hard-earned money while you fucking accumulate and get wealthier off of our slavery, right? Women just want slaves. They need a man to slave for them so that them working or bringing in money doesn't feel... They just like spending their money. That's it. They don't want to pay their own phone bill. They don't want to pay their own Netflix. Nothing. They don't want to pay their own rent, but they want their own place. And whoever's paying the rent for them, sugar daddy, and then they bring other guys over to do other... it's a sick society right now. We are in perilous times. 2 Timothy 3:1, it says, in the end times, men will be lovers of themselves, unholy, ungodly, proud, boastful, blasphemous, right? Self-lovers, lovers of self. This is what we're in. So yeah, men have pulled away, especially this generation. So let's look at the generation now of men today. When they were little boys, they saw their fathers slave for a system that did not reward them. They saw their mother fucking nail their dad to a fucking cross and take everything from him and put him out in the street and moved another man in and said, hey, this is your new stepdaddy now? What male is going to grow up in that kind of environment and say, yeah, I'm going to fucking rush to go get a wife so I could be nailed to a fucking cross like my mom did to my dad too, right? No man wants that. So a lot of these guys have seen it growing up and refuse. So they're focused on themselves. Obviously, there's a lot of beta males out there, but the women are realizing they don't want these guys. They're bitches, right? That's why they just have them around for a while. They cheat on them. They, like the teachers at school, they're all married to these beta males that they met in university or college, right? And then these guys are just losers. And then they go and have sex with these teen boys in grade 8, grade 9, and don't realize that they're doing something wrong. And then that's why, go do the search. Go look how many student-teacher relationships in just America alone are happening right now. It's weekly. There's a new story, weekly, of a 25-year-old female teacher raping little boys, right? And all the comments, and it's double standards. No one's ever crucifying these women. All the guys are in the comments saying like, oh, where were these teachers when I was at school? It's like, what the hell? This is like illegal. This is wrong. But the energies are all messed up, which is why this is happening. It's not that these women want to be pedos, right? It's just the energy is like mating. These teenage boys are putting out mating call energy, and these women have never felt that before because the guys they married, they just married for money, right? That's what happens when you lose your testosterone and you emasculate yourself, because the society tried to say you are toxic and aggressive. So once you turn that off, you turn off that mating call, that raw masculinity that females, the estrogen, the feminine would be attracted to. So now that all men in society who are slaving for the system, slaving for the AI, right? The beast. You get these kids in school who are not slaves yet. They're being slowly trained to become bots of society, but they're going through puberty, so they're putting out the mating call. And these women who are obviously in their prime, they're 25, so they pick up on that, and that's why they're being seduced by these teen boys, or the other way around. They're just manipulating these kids to get what they want, because that raw energy is just, it's hard to turn off, right? And deny. It's human nature. It's human nature. So if people are asking themselves, why are all these teachers hooking up with teenage boys? It's human nature, right? It's the energy that's out in the world right now, which has been flipped. Men should be having that energy that the women just can't wait. It's just so fucked up, man. Okay, cat is blocked. You guys are such bot losers. What the fuck? Shut up. Everyone's sick of the internet, right? Yeah, the algorithm's such a hater, right? Again, this is biblical prophecy I'm proving right now. The fallen angels did not fall for unbiblical women. The women that the angels had to leave heaven for. Take this in. They left heaven, the place that we all need to go to. They left because the women were so irresistible. Not 2026 women, but the women in the days of Jared. And it was the angels that made sure that the women they fell for, that us men would never have that same experience ever again. This is where we're at. This is why the truth is being censored and hidden. Why I've got fucking Masonic bot bombs targeting this information, trying to put negative comments, make it look like, oh, he's talking out of line, he's an incel, he hates women. That's trying to label that so the truth doesn't get out there. See how quick they are. Watch, the next negative comment's gonna be like, oh, this guy's a hater, he hates women, he wants to be gay. Like, watch it. I already know how the bots work. They can't resist. This is how much, watch the comments. Come on, bot farm, put some more negative comments. I know how it works. I know where we're at during this end times war, right? Money. The women have money and they just want you for your money. That's it. They're focused on their careers. They're competing with you, man. They don't want to have children and be resorted to a demeaning wife that just cooks and cleans at home and raises baby. They don't want to breastfeed children. That's demeaning. That's like, that makes them lower than a man, that they have to actually be a woman and give birth to a child and breastfeed it and take care of it, love and nurture it. They don't want to do that. The women in 2026 do not want to have children with men. They just want men to fund their free dinners, their free clothes, their payments of bills. That is it. It's just a status symbol thing, that they can get a man, get him to pay for things and not give anything in return. This is where we're at. We are in perilous times. Perilous times. Perilous times. Yeah, Mr. Boston, you don't type those 3 letters on my channel. Get the hell up out of here. Wow, I'm blocking a lot of bots today. They sent the bot farm after me with this topic. I'm on to you guys. I'm on to you, you algorithm. Eileen Wuornos, wasn't she put to death? Serial killer. We know who Eileen Wuornos is. She had that Jezebel lesbian energy, no? You seen the film Monster with a South African woman whose mother killed their dad and now she's famous? All rituals. Yes, countdown to eternity. That's why I'm single, unmarried by choice. I'd rather have dogs and just have peace. Go home, do whatever I want. I'm gonna go eat, do whatever I want. You know, hang out with whoever I want, talk to whoever I want, my family, do whatever, right? Women have no power over here, especially today's women. Yeah, so men, let me give some info, insight. If you're into a woman and she's online and has Instagram, that's not your woman. Again, I said it yesterday. A man will know in the first minute or 2 if he's gonna marry this woman, right? It's just instinct, right? Consciously, he may not know it, but the subconscious mind, if it sees something that's, you know, suitable, then yeah, it will chase after it. But if there's any signs that this woman is not good for the home, the men won't pursue. Seriously, they might pursue just to get a piece of ass, say, but they're not going to commit. And that's what women are understanding. They're like, he's not committing to me. No man wants to commit. I was like, no, because you're on the internet. You have Instagram. You post thirst traps. That's not what a biblical woman does. No man wants to wife a woman that's put out there online, like the red light district in Amsterdam. You know, that's what it is. They're advertising themselves for other men by being on the internet. And men understand this, but we've been trained to accept it because women have rights too, right? Yeah, women could do what they want, but that's not to say that men will eventually want you and be like, you know, infatuated by you. It's doing the opposite thing. It's turning men away from women that are out there, because no real man wants to marry or have a family with a prostitute, right? And that's the energy, the Jezebel spirit that all these women have. They'd rather be online, post thirst traps with filters and respond to comments from all the beta male simps on the internet. You do not need women like that. Stay away from them. The women of today are demonic as fuck. They've been manipulated that way. And if men keep adhering to this world and the demographics of this shit, then the women won't stop. But they're not going to stop if men keep showing up paying for their dinners. So stop messaging them every day. Just ignore the fuck out of women. They'll come to you, trust me. Just live your life, do your thing, and they won't understand how you're so happy without them. Remember, God created Adam without a woman. Adam had spent time in paradise in Eden without a woman because God designed him that way. Adam was designed to be able to take on the whole world. Well, maybe not the whole world, just tend to paradise and the animals. Everything he had was in the image of God. But then God saw that it wasn't entirely perfect. So he's like, you know what? I need to make a mate for him, a helpmate, someone to serve with him, someone to come home to share the day, because he realized, oh, he did all this work and I was just sitting there bored, right? So the woman was created for the man. Man can live without woman, but woman cannot live without man. That's not the way it was made. Go read your Genesis and the Holy Bible. Facts, they good at guilt tripping and gaslighting. Yeah, just let them. If you stop talking to them and showing up, there's nothing to gaslight. Trust me, it's already happening in major towns all over the place. The guys miraculously all banded together and the women are just fucking losing their minds. Go, trust me, don't look at the bot comments in my fucking feed. Just go search on your own YouTube, put in women freaking out, men aren't interested, and you're gonna see the thousands upon thousands of views, the videos from the women. But for some reason, whenever I talk about it, I get all these bot comments, right? So again, I'm blocking them as much as I can, but just remember, I'm 100% always under attack because of who I am in this system, in this end times. I'm against everything of this beast system. So why would the beast system give me access to spread information within the system? I'm basically a virus to this system. Even though the system is the virus to this world, right? That's how fucked up it is. Let me open this bottle of water, hold on. Yeah, go check my other videos. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure the notifications are on, so when I go back on later on, you'll be notified. Oh yeah. Yes, Sojo, the subconscious does dictate. That's why you got to connect your conscious to the subconscious, because otherwise, if your conscious is manipulated, because people are looking through their eyes, not seeing, right? People are so blinded. The conscious mind is all fucked up, and the subconscious is always telling you what is real. And some people, they can follow that. Some people make those conscious decisions that end up fucking up their lives, right? That's why these teachers that are having sex with little kids, that's the subconscious following an energy, and the conscious mind allowing it because it feels good, right? That's what's happening with these women. That's what the clash is. I explained it last night. It's gonna get worse. They're gonna make sex illegal. They're gonna make man and women relationships illegal. They're gonna make getting pregnant illegal. It's coming. Mark my words. Sex will be illegal. The system is pushing towards the way of lab-grown humans and artificial births, right? They want to stop the human soul being born, right? Yes, balaclava boy. Honestly speaking, I can't trust a woman right now unless the Holy Spirit confirms to my spirit he sent her. I'm good rolling solo. We have to be for now. Don't worry, they'll come. The women cannot be alone, right? A man can, a woman cannot. I promise you, if you take my advice and you cut off all the women, but all guys have to do it at once, right? Just keep doing it. You can't just cut off and then all this is not going to work. Every guy needs to just say, fuck it. You've had enough. You're done staying broke just to fund some chick's lifestyle and get nothing in return. Ungrateful, greedy. You're just like playing into their vanity. There's no respect. Why would you subject yourself to disrespect, to humiliation, to emasculation? It's time to take back your manhood. Stop emasculating yourselves. Stop competing with ex-boyfriends and ex-husbands and sugar daddies. You tell the straights, like, I want no fucking part of this. You can live that life and see where it takes you, right? You will never be married. You will never have a family, right? You will be working until the day you die. So men, stop approaching women, stop going on dates. Trust me, they'll show up eventually. Focus on you. Get your money up. Focus on your home, your house. You know, if you have animals, focus on them. Get some hobbies. Do what makes you happy, right? I'm not saying go on guys trips because that's gay. Like, I don't have guy friends because guys can't be trusted. So you'll never see me around other guys, right? Oh, Sojo, didn't I already block you? How are you back? See, they're making multiple accounts just to come in and leave negative comments. That's how you know it's a bot farm. Yes, checking in from the UK. Watch out, don't ignore the bots. Hold on, I don't have Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, I've broken up with women because of social media. They're just too into the Instagram, especially when you're in my house and I'm paying for your food and doing whatever it takes to make you happy, and you just sit there on Instagram liking other guys' pictures on, you know, like, disgusting. Get them the fuck out. Get them out. Every girl does that. Every relationship I've been in, whether it was some girl Snapchatting her ex-boyfriend or some girl crushing on some married guy or flying out to Mexico because the sugar daddy wants to have sex with her. It's like, what the fuck? These girls are disgusting these days, right? Don't even get me started on the married women. The amount of married women that will lie and say they're separated and the husband's not a part of their life. But yet, as soon as you're with them, the husband's messaging you saying, yo, we're going to meet up. I'm fucking this such and such's husband. I don't like seeing you out online with my woman. We have kids, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? This bitch has been talking shit about you for the last 2 weeks. Like, you're a nothing. And now you're telling me that you're a husband and you're going to cut her off. And she's like, oh, yeah, he funds my whole life. So I have to be nice to him. Otherwise, he's not going to buy my weed or pay for anything, my smokes. Like, these bitches are such savages, right? Savages. Savages. This isn't about me. This is for the whole generation. So don't listen to the comments trying to label me as heartbroken. I'm not hurt. I'm happy. Go look at my life. Trust me. Women don't bother me. I'll get a woman anytime I want. Trust me. They'll be there. I'm just looking for the right one. All these bots coming on. Look at all these bots. These people don't exist. Everyone's getting blocked. Hide user. Yeah, these guys are disgusting. Just filtering out all the bot farm, making their life hell, make some new accounts. me just block all these bots. There's a bot farm targeting my channel. Just block all these fucking bots. Make their job harder, right? Yeah, anything that looks like a bot or a chat bot, I'm just blocking it right now. Rare, godly. Okay, you're not a bot, that's for sure. Walking and talking again. Today got flooded with some bot farm that hates my channel, so I had to do a lot of blocking. But yeah, make sure you find yourself a godly woman, guys. It is dangerous out here. Dangerous, especially in the cities. Especially if you're a big city or close to a city, you're done. You're done. What are these guys doing? Stop it. The stuff that I've gone through, the stuff that I've realized, I'm trying to share that all right now. Yeah. The women only see, well, city women, unbiblical women. 90% or more of the women in today's world only look at men for some type of financial value. That's all the value they see in you is financial. They're not looking for a father or a husband. They're looking for financial security. They want to keep living their life, working and flirting with their work husband, making their money, keeping her money to herself while spending your money. This is a sick, twisted society, and we have to put an end to it. I had a house. I had a 4-bedroom house. So I had a girlfriend. She was supposed to move in with me. I told her that, yeah, this will be our home. I told her that, yeah, obviously you're working, but you'd be paying a mortgage. So when we sell the house, you'll get all your money back, which is better than you paying rent for nothing, right? So, you know, I was willing to level this woman up, give her a better life. I gave her a fucking Mercedes SUV, $60,000 car, so you could drive to work, do your thing, make the money, you know, a better life. This girl goes and crashes the car, destroys it, runs off, gaslights, tries to blame it on me somehow, even though I'm sleeping at home in bed, online, trying to criminalize me. All her fucking feminist friends are like, oh, he's bad, he's evil, he tried to kill you with his car, it wasn't properly serviced. I'm like, what the fuck? This is what's going on? Like, you do something kind and it gets thrown back in your face, right? So yeah. So I lived in this house. There were many women that came along and tried to be the wife, but you know, it's too many. Having a house was great, but like you see the kind of women and how they are. Like, I had women try to move in with their kids and like, oh yeah, this is great. All the kids could have a room. I'm like, what? I'm like, these women are fucking delusional, man. I had one woman stay for like 2 weeks, 12 days, I think it was. I had to physically like put her in the car and drive her back to her house, and her child. I mean, like, her child was just left at the babysitter's. I'm like, bro, another 2 weeks, you're fucking common law. She's gonna take half the house. I'm kicked out. She's moved in, and I still have to pay all the bills. Guys, get the fucking shit together, man. Trust me, if I was a beta bitch, I would have lost that house easily. These women are after after the money. They don't want you. They have 5, 6 kids with 6, 7 other men. And they're gonna try and move into your house with those kids and then have you kicked out because they know in 1 month, 2 months, the government's gonna say that's now their house, right? Common law. You don't even need to be married, right? So yeah, my house is on the channel. These women, they try to come in. These women are very deceiving. These women were married too. Like I said, this woman was married, told me she wasn't, that she was separated or divorced. And while she was staying at my house, her husband is trying to get a hold of her and me. It's like, what the fuck? These women are such liars. And the way they talk about the fathers of their children, it's the most disgusting, grotesque thing you could witness. I'm like, you had sex with this man. You guys were together, married or not. You chose to have and create a living human being. And the way these women, not one, not two of them, it's all of them, the way they tell you the one-sided story, their side of the story, and 100% of the time, their side of the story is completely fantasy fabricated, right? It's bullshit. I've had their husbands talk to me and be like, no, she's a fucking liar. I fund her whole life. She can't live without me. So I'm like, what the fuck is she doing at my house trying to move in with your kid? What the fuck? This is the state of society. I am going to explode with all the truth that I have, with all the evidence, with all the receipts. I'm going to show it all. I don't give a fuck who I put on blast because these women, these feminists, these greedy vanity bitches have been getting away with it for far too long. Yeah. Epidemic of single 40 plus people, 30-year-olds thinking that they would have had been married to their Chad by now, you know. They're 6 foot tall, 6 figure, 6 abs, you know. All these 30-year-old girls, because they were sold that since middle school, all through high school, all through college and university if they went there. So now they graduated, they got a degree at like 22, 23, 24. They're working, they're secretaries, they're dental hygienists, they work. Time flew by, they're now turning 30. They're like, what the fuck? It's like, I'm supposed to, my timeline said I'd meet my fucking Prince Charming and we'd be married and a family, but here I am still fucking wearing my scrubs, 30 plus, slaving, paying fucking rent, buying my own food. I don't have time to cook. I just go to McDonald's or something and they're miserable. They're like, guys don't even want to date me. I don't even have time to go to the bar. And when I do, no one approaches them, right? I need food, man. Let's go. Let's go. Haha, bot farm's getting blocked today. Fucking losers. Yeah. It's always gonna be the hidden ones that they got the most to say. You'll never see them in public coming up to me saying, shut up, or you're a liar, because they know I'd backhand them into the next fucking reality, right? Stop trusting these women. They can't be trusted. They need to be taught a lesson. Ignore them. They're invisible now. Watch how things change. But you need to have balls to do this. You can't be a beta bitch. I'm telling you right now, ignore the women and your life will change for the better. Men, ignore the women. Stop being nice to them. Stop taking them out on nice dates. Stop funding their fucking lifestyles. Ignore the shit out of them. Tell them to make it do that by themselves. Watch how their psyche fucking changes so fast. So fucking fast. I'm telling you right now, mark my words. I'm gonna put an end to this. I'm done. And watch. Within the year, you're gonna see me, who knows, right? Married, couple of girls, who knows? You'll see. Just right now, stop everything. Stop simping over these loser girls, right? Stop commenting on liking their Instagram pics. Like, what the fuck? You're tapping on a screen on a fucking picture. You're a loser. I don't do none of that shit. You keep doing that, you're just setting yourself up to be a loser forever, right? Fucking listen up carefully. Stop simping out for these ungrateful women of 2026. The only way we can change it is if we change ourselves first. Stop being a fucking simp little beta bitch. I'm trying to bring women and men together. But right now, it's obviously disrupted and corrupted. So if you take my advice, men, and just say, fuck these women, say, oh, whatever, go fix your own sink, do whatever. Stop running to their every beckons call like a fucking simp bitch thinking you're gonna get laid. You're not, right? They're fucking someone else, trust me. So stop it. Stop the fucking simping. I promise you, if you ever want to have a woman and a family, take my advice right now. Leave them alone and watch them come running.